Oh, hi. If this is your very first time tuning into Post and a Darren, please kindly like, share, subscribe, comment, do whatever is necessary. And if you're a returning subscriber, as you may know, every day is a good day to get a delivery from the Postman. And once again, welcome to Post in the Diary Room. I am the Postman. So today's delivery is simply called The Return of Soshangane Skywalker Volume 2. And this is an album by a guy called Carvo Cardo. And this album was released, I think, in January. And yeah, today we're just going to be doing a review of that project. So sit tight, tune in, and let's go. Carvocardo actually opens up this album with a song called RNA, simply meaning Real Nigga Alive. And Real Nigga Alive has a boom bap beat to it. And so on this song, Carvocardo is essentially opening up about chasing his dreams and just giving free game about hustling and just, yeah, you know, doing all things related to chasing your dreams. So the intro for me is quite interesting because it's placed as the second or track listed as the second song on this album. And I mean, an intro is generally, in most cases, an intro is not a song. In most cases, it's just a skit, a bunch of people talking. And in this very case, it's exactly that. It's just people talking. But it left me confused because even though that's the case, words have meaning, you know, and why is an intro placed second and the song RNA is placed maybe number one? You know, it didn't make sense for me. But furthermore, Cocoa Pine Purple Wine is a song filled with thick 808s and strings, ultimately making this joint a trap joint, you know. And this is a song where he's just talking about his love for girls, and the only time, essentially, even indicated in the song that the only time he can pay attention to a girl is whenever she wants to talk about sex. Play by the Rules is a luxury rap feel or texture to it, so it has bass hits, and Carvocardo is actually singing on the hook. So this is a song where he shares stories of being a real nigga and having to go down whenever he needed to pray or whenever he needed to roll a dice, essentially. So the vernac cadence also gains presence or momentum on the song Yeshua as he shares this powerful message over the hi-hat reach beat, you know, and how he had a dream that he was in heaven. So the song is graced with fitting ad-libs, though I do feel like the progression of the song would have been relevant in 2016 than right now. As you listen through this album, you hear a lot of involvement of different types of people, and there's a lot of people talking, but there's a specific moment in this album where there's a skit of Sean Page's talking and he's sharing a message, you know. And generally, as bloated as this album already is, I think the skits generally flooded the entire album. Like the album was just, it just had too many skits, you know. And there's a song called Ice, which for me, it offered like a very boring beat. And it doesn't necessarily give off the vibe that Carvocardo was at least gauging for. Maybe to me, to me at least, you know. It doesn't have to apply to anyone else, but maybe to me, you know. And on this song is just walking on ice and sipping on something for the vibe, you know. And there's a song called Brazilian Mahogany, and it has guitar strings, chords, just to allow him to talk his shit. And as he calls himself the Tsonga Nipsey Hussle, as he raps about also the things that he wants to achieve in future and also reminisces on the old times, you know. And the featured act being Black Moses, he also comes into the fold and lets us know that he is the Zulu Nipsey Hussle, and also taps into some of the achievements that he's had in recent times without the label Hush. Yeah, Hush has a fast-paced beat and a great job, you know. And in this song, he's just telling us about all he wants, like maybe the things that he wants, and he says all he wants is money and just girls, you know. And he also channels an iambic pentameter kind of flow to match the variation that the beat is already offering, you know. And the song ends impressively enough with a voiceover or voice sample, rather, a voice sample of Marsha and the Bear. And I mean, looking at maybe the demographic of men at large, men generally don't watch cartoons, but I think it was a powerful moment, you know, and a statement at large, you know. And also the song Hosikati is like maybe one of the great songs on this specific album, because here is like really bringing a different dimension to the song. It's quite emotional, using his romantic bag, you know, and the bass guitar elements just improve the quality of everything in the album. And the features being Enzo and Monday B, they were just exceptional, you know. They did they thing and they were just exceptional enough, and they were just, yeah, I guess, you know. And there's a song called Home, and the Home song comprises of a video chop of Ricky Rick talking, and this is a song about dressing nice, and it wasn't as impressive because, yeah, I think the beat wasn't as vibrant as you would expect it to be. Because when you hear about someone talking about dressing nice on a song, like the beat would, like, the occasion would match the content, and I think in this video occasion they used a dark beat that didn't actually match with the context, the subject matter. I think maybe the beat here let them down. I think Black Moses is easily the worst feature on this album overall, because on Summer 23 he came through with a lazy kind of energy and awful subject matter, talking about cards not declining. And it was a travesty because the song already had beautiful instrumentations, and Carvo Cardo just wanted to, he tried to save the song, but it was a little too late to do that because the damage was already done by Black Moses, and the lock drum influence is quite evident on the song, or on the parts, or yeah, I think it's a part of the song because it's not necessarily a song. It's evident on Mrs. Skywalker, and there are voicemails of different women talking about wanting a piece of Carvocardo. They raving for him, and I think it's quite him. It's him basically letting us know that he's a ladies' man. Not quite sure where it fits into the album, but there's a song called Lonely, and Lonely has a shy pop cut, an explosive bass line, and keys that sounded amazing, but could have done with a feminine vocal touch. And here he's just talking about the loneliness at the top and opening up about his drug usage. And Sloppy Top, he actually had a decent, it was decent because Remnant Raps tried to do his thing on the hook, but the song genuinely lacked spark. And to me, it seemed like a song that was just essentially added on this album just for the sake of adding it, And Stick also has strings, loop animated melodies, and Carvocardo makes use of these dynamic or distinctive vocal lyrical melodies where he tried to bring life to the song. And Kid 969, he was given the platform, and he just chose to become another forgettable feature, just like Black Moses. And I think for him, he's going to be one of those guys where when I listen to an album and see his name, I won't remember him because he didn't use the opportunity to just stand out, and he didn't change the dynamic of the song Stick at large, and he didn't stand out at all. And yeah, man, quite disappointed in him. I don't know him like that, but yeah, man, it's quite disappointing, especially if you're contributing towards an album. Paramount has a pop variant that allows Carvocardo to talk about grinding all night, how suffering will not break him because he believes that he will succeed. He actually affirms that in the song, and it's quite really introspective in the song. It's one of those great moments, like moments that you actually appreciate, because he's actually showing that I can actually rap, and is expressing his potential by being introspective at the same time. And there's a song called Sigelela, which has a really disgusting, like, I think Sigelela is a disgusting rock drum. The song is very busy, and the energy in the song doesn't make sense for me, And there's a song called Familiar where he's in touch with his culture, where he talks about being in touch with this culture, the culture that he represents, and also pays tribute to all the people that he's lost in recent times. So there are moments in this song where Carvocardo wants to give us a piece of him, but he's not sure, and yeah, I think that's ultimately why this project is looking the way it's looking, because it's full of moments, but the moments just don't make sense with the occasion, because so there's a song called Jib Dada, and it's like maybe one of the best songs also in this specific body. It has 808s. He nailed the song, and he gave the song the vibe that it actually needed, like the vibe that he wanted to give the song. I think leaving this album, I will give it a 5 out of 10 because there are questionable beat choices that were made, and the body just lacks flow. It lacks structure. The structure is just awful. And I also feel like this body is too bloated. Like, this album is very, very bloated. Like, it's over 15 songs, and some of the features here were just wasteful, And I can't also tell the direction of this album, because it was too long. I don't think anyone is gonna listen to this long body because it's over 15 tracks, like especially in one sitting, and yeah, it's too long and it lacks replay value because I won't revisit this album anytime soon because it's too long. There are a few joints that I like, but on the basis of the fact that I will listen to this ever again, no, I don't think so. I think Carvo Cardo is not far from the conversation of being a good rapper, but can't make an album because this was long and unnecessary, and yeah, it was just too long and unnecessary, and yeah, please kindly tap into the link. Please kindly like, share, subscribe, comment, listen to the album. Tell me, was I talking shit? Because I was probably talking shit, but again, this is my opinion. The least you can do is respect my opinion. So kindly, yeah, like tap into other reviews that I've done. Please kindly like, share, subscribe, comment, do whatever is necessary to engage with the content. And from me and Post in a Diary Room, I'm out.